What's up, fellas? What's up? We got the noon time. Oh, I did not play the intro, brothers. I'm sorry. Let's hit this intro for y'all, fellas. Y'all know what it is.
Yeah.
Let's do this, guys. Let's do this. Welcome to the show. Let me tell you what this is about. Hit and run, baby.
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the Lunchtime Special Podcast, Hit and Run, hosted by your two favorite heavy hitters, Ronan and Fearless. This is where real talk meets real life as these two powerhouses break down the latest in entertainment, travel, relationships, and finance. You know it's going to be raw, unfiltered, and straight up blunt. When these two get together, you better believe truth bombs are dropping and bars are being laid down. So grab your lunch, settle in, and get ready for 60 minutes of pure fire storytelling and hard-hitting insight on the events of today from their point of view. Buckle up, folks, sit down and grab your lunch. It's about to get real.
That's right. It's about to get real. It is real, real. Welcome to the show. Hit and run. We getting in this quick. We ain't no hold bars. I just want to get to it. What would happen if Obama married a white woman? Right, if Michelle.
Oh my God! If the earth ain't shaking right now for you blaspheming saying that, brother, I don't know
I
what.
say that because I want y'all to see this. Nobody had an issue with Kamala Harris and her white husband. But what would happen with the same people? Because they saying black men ain't voting and it's misogynistic. What would happen if Michelle Obama was actually a white woman? Woo, would y'all have voted for her? I think not. I think not.
I think there would have been an uprising by the black women. I'm just saying.
I mean, the question is, when you say y'all, would you say we need to be more? We need to narrow down the audience.
Black women have voted for him. Yeah, would black women have voted for Barack Obama if Michelle Obama was white?
No.
So how I want to first start off is how do black guys we feel when a white guy dates a black woman. So y'all see this, right?
Yeah, old Travis Kelce. Old Travis Kelce.
No reaction. Yeah. I don't feel bad for him. I actually say, oh, brother, you doing all right. Most brothers would say, oh, I'm not hating on you. You're doing okay, man. What is the issue? Also, I want to show y'all this because I just want to show you the difference between how we feel as black men compared to how white women feel. So let's just go down the list. Famous white men who have been married to black women. Do we care? Do we get upset? We got Robert De Niro there. Look, we say Robert De Niro, we give that brother some flavor. We say, what? David Bowie, he got him an African queen. Nobody ever got upset. Look, even Prince Harry went to the dark side. Nobody got mad at that. All these famous actors, Wolfgang Puck, that's why he got sold in his cooking. Ain't nobody mad at Wolfgang. You know what I'm saying? George Lucas. Now we know why George Lucas probably wanted to go to Star Wars and everything else, because he married a black woman, but we didn't care.
Oh, wow.
Nobody cared about that. You know, even Robert Ebert, he gave thumbs up. My man here, I give him props. Robert Thicke, he got Paula Patton. As I go on, I'm just saying that black men are never upset when black women cross over. It's never been an issue to us.
No,
not at all.
Even Halle Berry crossed over on us.
Yes. But what happens anytime a brother does it?
Burn some crosses.
Start off with one.
You gotta burn some crosses.
Mm-hmm. So Jonathan Majors' wide nose having ass, not only is he a snow bunny connoisseur, but he's also an abuser too. You can't make this shit up, ladies. I'm telling you, when you see a black man with a snow bunny or a white woman, it's always something wrong with them. I'm telling you. When I find out a black man is with a white woman, I feel no ways tied. Either he's anti-black as fuck, got some mommy issues, you know, a little zesty. And when I say zesty, I don't mean bisexual, because let me tell you something. Some of the best dick I ever got was from a bisexual man. No, I'm saying he's a full-blown homosexual using her as a beard, or he's just fucking unstable and going oops upside her head. And I'm not even trying to be insensitive, but that is the fucking tea. Ladies, sisters, we dodged the bullet, okay? Happy Sunday.
Wait.
That's how they feel about us. If we date outside our race, it goes beyond. So y'all know what would happen if Obama dated outside his race.
Wait, did she say something? I mean, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Did she say that the best sex she ever had was with a bisexual
man? She did say that. Yes, she did, sir.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
anything else she said, honestly, after that, anything else she said is non and void. It's like whatever.
So I wanted to go through some research and say what would happen. And so let's just go from now and see what hate would happen. So a few things I found out. It says you're not alone. This is a woman who asked about it. Feeling sad and discouraged when seeing a black man and a white woman is a common reaction for women of color. Research, this is from Columbia University. Research has documented black women represent the strongest opposition to interracial relationships, particularly those between black men and white women. That's how they feel. If a black man dates a white woman, this is what they say. Let me show you. Where's my man at? This is what they say. Why are black men looked down upon for dating outside their race? They look at us. You couldn't handle it. You couldn't handle us. You couldn't make it. When a black woman dates a white man, they say, you made it come up. You doing good, girl. Dude, you doing better than all of them. So what do you guys think would have happened if President Obama had a white woman by his side? Would he have even been nominated?
Therein lies the rub. You know, for us, we would say there should be no difference. As black men, there should be no difference. He's still a black man. He's still running for the president. We should all be behind him. You know, we should all kumbaya like we did during, civil rights days, and march on right into the presidency. But the rub is, just like this black woman just said, and I have to call her out as being black because she is black. Oh no, he's a snow bunny lover.
Snow bunny lover.
We got problems with snow bunny lovers.
No, but only the snow bunnies. But if it's a snow hare, it's no issue.
That's true.
It's Peter Cottontail. He good to go.
It's a one-sided hate.
A one-sided hate.
Damn.
So I got a few more statistics. It says black men are twice as likely to marry interracially. Now, the most are going to be Asian women. And then you got the Hispanics. But compared to black women and black men, we are more likely to marry outside. So it seems that it would be commonplace. But no, we still get the hate and anger. They are upset. So do you think, I just want to know, it's 2007. Barack Obama is in, he's running in the Senate and he wants to announce his presidency. What do you think the reaction with black women would have been?
First of all, they would have polled the shit out of that. They would have polled the shit out of it first before they even wanted to think about it. And polling would have came back as a negative reaction to the black community, specifically black females, for him being black male, married to a white woman. But it's interesting that Carlos Red brought up, are white women upset when white men date black women? Hell no, they don't care.
They don't care. They don't care. A lot of black women do not want to compete for that white man because he's a lot. You have to compete for him. He has it. He has it. That's just what happens. I just have a few things to show, and then I want to get to Obama. This was the African dude who dated the OnlyFans model who got killed. You know what they said about him getting killed? He deserved it.
Wow.
He deserved it because he
Insensitive.
shouldn't have been dating the snow bunny. Now, y'all know that we used to love him.
But 1 second, guys. There's a caveat behind that. That African, he's Nigerian. He was literally bashing black women, calling them akatas, like all type of stuff. I seen some of those Twitter messages. Yeah, he was not getting no support from the black community at all. Like he was literally throwing African Americans underneath the bus.
All right, but let me ask you this:
go ahead.
How many? There's been white women who have thrown brothers under the bus and say, "I only date white men," and have been unalived. And what happens? We still come to their rescue. We still say, "How dare you?"
Yeah, but I mean, if you would have read the stuff he was putting out there on Twitter for the masses to see, I mean, honestly, not even black men were standing up for this brother.
But hold up, let's be real. Black women have bashed black men for generations. They have talked about us one side up and down the other.
I understand.
So one brother comes out and says what he says, and here's all the hate, vitriol, and all that against this brother. And I understand what he said was hateful and discrediting to black women, but black women have done it. Black women have lied about it, because it's even come out that Oprah, with that line about "I've fought all my life," or even her saying that she had been abused as a child, come out that she's never been abused as a child. She uses it as a storyline. So half of some of the stories that come out of some of these women's mouths are not even truthful, but they do it for dramatic effect.
I understand, but like I say, even when you don't have the brothers not caring what happened to you, man, that speaks volume, man. I'm just saying.
Well, what about this dude? What about him?
Oh shit!
He been the gold
Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so.
Alfonso ain't did nothing to nobody.
No.
He been the good man. And he says, he goes off about hate for marrying a white woman. He been the good dude. He ain't talking nothing about no white black women at all. None. So what do you have to say about that? What about Michael B. Jordan? Michael B. Jordan was doing his thing, dating a black woman. As soon as they see him with a white lady, he's bad. He's the worst of the worst. So my question is, would Barack Obama have won the presidency if Michelle Obama was white? Well, let me tell you this. We don't have to wonder about that. I'm going to take down this the background for us so you can see the background. We don't have to wonder about it. You know why? You know who knew that if his woman was white, that his presidency or his Senate run would have failed? You know who knew that? I'm going to ask you that. Do you know who knew that if his woman was white, he could not go? Who?
Was he currently, or just a history of him dating white women?
What? Let's go. You know who knew that?
Obama.
Obama.
Yeah.
So let me go before this. Let me see if I can find this one.
By the way, Ozzy brought out an interesting point real quick. Ozzy brought out an interesting point. If Michelle was white, Obama wouldn't even have beat Hillary.
Never. Yeah, but you're right, Carlos. Barack Obama knew. What did he do? The white girlfriends Obama erased from his past. How the president airbrushed his romantic history to burnish his credentials as a black leader. So he knew already that in order to be a black leader, he had to get rid of them.
No snow bunny.
He couldn't date. And here go Barack. Back then, he wasn't even no Barack. He didn't go by his African name. He was Barry. That's what he was. Barry.
Yeah, Barry. That's a typical white boy name, isn't it?
Yeah. Barry.
He even tried to blend in with his name.
And y'all think that it is a love story. I have no issue with Michelle and Obama and them being a love story. They were in love.
Do you think it was a business arrangement more than a love story, though?
What's that?
Do you think it was somewhat of a business arrangement more so than a love story?
Yeah, he actually. So how did he married Michelle? Was he went to college and he was in student debt. He wanted to do something for the community, but could not afford to do so. So he spent the summer at a law firm.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle Obama was actually his boss.
Say it ain't so. He dated the boss.
Yes, sir.
He dated the
Yes, sir.
boss lady.
He dated the boss. He dated the boss. Now, when he dated the boss, he got down on one knee and he said, Michelle, I love you. You know, I want to marry you because I want to be president. But let me tell you the story before there was Michelle. Oh, yeah. Obama proposed to another woman before Michelle.
Oh,
Black
snap.
lady. Yeah, baby. She was not a black lady. With a name like Sheila Michono, can't pronounce that one, Jager, we know that she was not a black lady. So he got down there and said, you know, I love you. I want to
Sheila Mayoshi. Oh, she seemed like an Asian lady, but with the Jager last name.
This is her right here. She is half Dutch and half Korean.
Oh, that's where the Mayoshi came in. Like I said, the Mayoshi was the Korean part. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But she is of the lighter persuasion. So Barack Obama was in love with them white ladies. He dated all white ladies through college. That's all he did. But he knew in order to become who he wanted to become, that he could not become that person with this woman by his side. Now, she got the credentials. There's nothing wrong with her. She is, if you look, she's a professor at Oberlin College in Ohio, a professor, has 2 studies. You know, Jager told girl that Obama asked her to marry him in the winter of 1986. Her parents objected to the union, believing that she was too young, as she was in her early 20s, and the 2 were 2 years younger than Obama. So it wasn't that they was even racist. They just said, baby, you too young. You got to finish your career. But he proposed to her. So, you know, he was having jungle fever. He was having some jungle fever. Yeah, brother, I would appreciate that if you threw me a bone, because brother had to do some research on Obama, man.
Yeah, he's digging up skeletons. Shit was buried.
But fellas, do you think that she regret not marrying? Mary now?
I think she does. I think she does. I think she really does at this point. Yes.
I say that no, because here's the thing. He became who he was because he was with someone like Michelle. Because
I don't
then
think
he
so.
could, because then he could be that what was he, a community activist? He changed. Look, bro. He changed it all up. He grew up in Hawaii with his grandparents.
I lived there for 2 years, bro. It's laid back as hell in Hawaii, and he did not need to come out and do anything besides stay relaxed.
Yeah, but I'm saying he was raised by white grandparents.
Yeah.
He went to a Harvard and Columbia University, and when he went there, he was surrounded by the majority of people who were white. He dated white. He was into drugs. He said it, marijuana, even cocaine. He did all that. He was into that whole nightlife. When he switched up, what did he do? He went to the Black Path. Brother ain't been, let's be honest, that brother had never been to a black gospel church in his life.
Presbyterian all day.
He growing up with the grandparents. He didn't grow up doing that. He went straight to was it Reverend Wright? Went straight to that church because he knew that that's where the politics.
That's the appearance. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey guys, do you want to know an interesting fact?
Yeah, go ahead.
What's that?
I actually met Obama back in 2001, before he became senator. He was a community organizer, and I was running a mentoring program in the South Side of Chicago, and Obama actually came out to my mentoring program and talked to my youth. And I remember meeting him. He was just an organizer at the time, and it was like he was a pretty cool, laid-back guy, quiet. So he was in the back, and not knowing that this dude would someday become president.
Right? Isn't
so
that crazy?
I met Mr. Barack Obama before he became president as a community organizer. When he came out and spoke to my kids at a youth Saturday mentoring program, I was with the 100 Black Men of the Chicago chapter, and that's where I met Obama. And I met him again at a gala, and this time he was becoming a senator. So I met him twice, and not knowing that 4 years later he became the president, and I was there in Chicago when he became president.
And what year was that?
By that time he became president. Was that 2007, 2008?
Yeah.
No, what year did you meet him?
I met him 2001, 2002.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See, he was already married. He got married in 1992, so he was already on his black mission.
Yeah, he was staying in the south side of Chicago. So I remember it wasn't too far from me, and I remember the car he was driving too. It wasn't no luxury car either. I remember everything because I remember talking to him outside.
I remember my nephew talking about this guy, and he was just running for senator, and this kid, my nephew, said he's going to be the next president. I'm like, get the hell out. And he was very aware of politics, my nephew. And this was in Vegas when I lived in Vegas. And he was basically saying that the way that he projected himself and what he was doing in politics and the way he was running, he could see him becoming president. And this is from my nephew. And he was becoming of age to where he was going to vote. And he had inspired my nephew to want to vote for him in any race that he was going to run. So he was definitely a dynamic speaker. He's definitely a guy. And if you guys don't know, he jumped right from senator right to being the presidential elect. It was no stop go type of thing. You get what I'm saying? So like Rizzo was saying yesterday, it's called pre-selection. They can see the type of personality, the way you're built up. The DNC does a lot of research on people before they select them. You're just not automatically in because people want you in.
Exactly. But as I say before, if it was not an issue, why did we never hear about his white girlfriends before?
We know it was. But will black women admit it though? This is the problem. Black women don't want to admit or be accountable when they would hold us to the fire for certain things like this. You know what I mean? They're not going to admit to this.
Now just think about it. Now let's do this. This is how it works out. Because I know how it works out. Those women would not have, the black women would not have voted for him because of who he with. But let's see the transition or how it works if you a black woman. If you a black woman, what happens? So let me see if you see this. So y'all know who that man is right there? Right here?
Yeah.
Montel Williams. You know that Kamala used to kick it with Montel Williams.
Mm-hmm.
So before then, you know, it was the black people. And then she rose up the ladder with the mayor. So Willie Brand, he was married. Ain't nobody said nothing about that. He was a married man, you know, when they was dating. Nobody said anything with that. And that's how they doing it. But that's okay. So in order for her to rise, she went the opposite way. And she got her, you know, a Doug. Nothing wrong with Doug. But she got her a Doug. That's how it works out. And nobody had any problems with her getting with Doug. Doug was cool. So I know in my heart, what I think is that it wouldn't have worked out. It was okay for her to make that transition and date a white man and have no scrutiny at all. Not for a brother to do that. Y'all know it's already like that. Michael B. Jordan, he dates black women, Lori Harvey. Soon as he left and he's on the back of a jet ski with a white lady, he's the worst person in the world. We don't like him. Nothing.
But she jumped from dude to dude to dude to dude, and there's no big deal with that. That's not a big problem.
None at all. So I want to know what the audience thinks. We coming up on half on the hour. I want to know what it is election day. And
buddy.
Obama did run 8 years ago, long time ago. He's passed and done. But I just remember how the narrative went back then. Family man, he's made it. He's a black man who made it. He married a black woman. Him and Michelle power couple. All of those things that they put him in. He respects black women. And if you think that was his whole platform, all about women, he respects the black woman. He does this. That wouldn't have happened if he had a white lady. Wouldn't have been it. No, if you can be a famous white dude and date black women, you can't have it the reverse. You can't have it the reverse. If I'm wrong, please tell me I'm wrong. I hear
the
crickets.
case has been laid out. The panels will be open for a couple of minutes. If you feel like involving yourself in this discussion.
You know something I've noticed throughout this election. You notice her husband has taken a huge backseat.
Absolutely.
He's nowhere in the spotlight. If you were to think, if you were to see her for the first time actually running, you would think that she's single. Because most candidates will have their wives or their husbands
and their children right next to them.
Children next to them.
Yes.
And the fact that she doesn't have any kids of her own.
And he doesn't come out and wave like everybody else normally would during the rallies and things that they attend. This is very unusual, the way this whole political thing is being run this year versus other years, on how the actions of the people that are running actually what they project. And she's pretty quiet right now when it comes to her family life.
Now, Lady Nile says, I do not like these conversations about race per se. However, I have heard some brothers complain about Kamala's selection and her partner. Now, we cannot say, when we say some brothers, we cannot include Umar Johnson as the some brothers. For him, it's going to be the same. I have not heard, and this is just me, I have not heard black men say anything bad. The only person that has come out and said anything to me is Candace Owens. And Candace Owens questioned whether she was black or not. Because on some of the things, she became black. This is what I hate. She became black when it was convenient. So, and your sister-in-law, Ronan, she says we are black when it's convenient.
Don't call her my sister-in-law.
Why is it that we are white supremacists and white man worshipers, but somebody like Kamala they want to vote for?
I want to hear from Night J, because Night J said, I came here to answer this question. And then she follows up and saying, hell no. What are you saying hell no to? Obama would have never been elected had he had a white woman? Or are you saying hell no because her politics are wacky, meaning Kamala Harris? So which one are you saying hell no to? Because I see two different topics that can be addressed with that hell no. So by all means, if you want to come up, you can. Or if you just want to address it from the chat, you can as well. But I'd like to know what the hell no and her wacky politics means. Is that meaning Kamala? Or are you talking about Obama would have never been elected had he had a white woman on his arm as the president?
Obama knew. As I said before, Obama erased the white girlfriends Obama erased from his past. What? Erased them. Get rid of them. Get rid of them.
Not good for the brand. You know how we like to brand things. You selling the business, you selling a look. That's not good for the brand.
I'm not saying, and here's the thing, ladies, I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying it is what it is. And not from black men. If Obama had a white woman by his side, black men would have not said anything.
She's saying honestly, Night Jade is saying honestly that she would not have voted for Obama had he had a white woman on his arms. So she's admitting, and we appreciate your honesty. We hope more ladies would be honest as well.
And the crazy thing is, most women will feel the same way as she does. I think most black women would not vote for him if he had a white woman beside him.
Correct.
Thank you for your honesty.
My question then is, guys, why is it that there is this hypocrisy? Meaning, black women would not have voted for Obama if he had a white woman, but they chastise us, say how bad we are, and say that we should be voting for Kamala, and they have no issue that Kamala has not only a white man that she
Brother, you're gonna have to get her name right when she wins. You're gonna have to get her name right when she wins. Her name is Kamala. Not Kamala. There's no R in there. Kamala.
Kamala.
No.
Kamala. You know, Trump done messed me up saying it so bad so long.
Yeah, you got to sing it. Kind of like when you're in Thailand, you got to sing certain words or they mean something totally different.
Mm-hmm. So why is there hypocrisy? And I'd like to know from the ladies, why is there hypocrisy when it comes to men, powerful men, dating outside their race? He's a sellout. But when powerful women date outside their race, it's a come up.
So right now I have a poll running and 14 people have answered it so far. It's been running for 31 minutes. And it's basically saying, do you think Michelle, if she was white, Obama would have been elected president? Out of the 14 people that answered so far, and you can still participate, it's open. Yes, 36%, no, 64%. So they're saying it would not have mattered right now that Obama would have had a white wife, that they still would have elected him as president. I think that's cap. I think the ones that are answering this question are lying.
I got a question for, I have a question for, let me see if I can get this image. Give me a second. This is for Lady Nile. I'm sorry, a woman that is an AKA and attended Howard College has always been black respectfully. Okay, I want to take what you say. I want to know if by your logic, has this woman been always black?
Hell no, not the NAACP lady.
I mean, was NAACP? She's
adjacent black people. She's an adjacent black president that wasn't really black, but pretended to be black just so she could run the organization. But she's never been black in her life.
But I'm saying, hey, is Kamala black? If she never been black in her life, by her logic, this woman was president of NCAA. Doesn't that make her black?
I mean, she mentioned something about the fact that she was part of a sorority, AKAs. Do you know there are other ethnic people that are part of these black fraternities and sororities? Mm-hmm. So does that make them black now because they joined a black fraternity? Because I've seen white AKAs, I've seen white alphas, omegas, and does that make them black now?
Yes. You have to be inclusive. You can't exclude. So they have to let them in.
No. I don't have a problem with that. But does that make them black now? Because based on this logic, that makes you black because you're part of a AKA sorority.
No, it does not make you black. It just means you believed in going to a historically black college.
Yeah, but does that make you a black person now?
No, you don't get honorary membership.
All right, so based on this person's logic, it basically says that now you're black because you're part of a black fraternity or sorority.
Right.
Yeah. Now this brother right here, see if I can get to him. Right here. Let's see if I can blow him up. White guys that pledge, look, this is a white dude. He pledged Omega Psi Phi. You dudes. And I know he is not black. So does it matter that she's in a fraternity or a sorority? Does that make, like you were saying, does that make somebody black?
Is that stolen fraternity, like stolen valor that military guys do?
Oh,
is he really a Q dog? Is that like stolen Q dog? I want to cosplay a Q dog type of guy.
Hold up. Just so y'all don't think I just pulled that one up. And not that I'm a Q dog. I'm Kappa Alpha Psi. This dude right here, he says, "Oh my, Omega Sci-Fi till the day I die," and he's here.
Tell you about joining a divine non-fraternity.
He
My
joined.
mom's a Delta, the Freedom Rider. She went to Tougaloo College, in the 1960s. And I said, Mom, if you were to join one of these fraternities, which one would you join? And she said, well, when I went to school at Tougaloo, she said the alphas were about looking good, the omegas were about doing good. And I figured, well, I don't have the looks.
He stopped acting on
that music, man. That music gonna kill us.
Yeah. So right there, you see, and so your logic to me doesn't make sense, because what you're saying, just because someone attends a historically black college, which white people do, if you ever been to a historically black college, that just means it's historically black. That's like going to a predominantly white college and saying there's no blacks there. So there are blacks at white colleges. Fraternity, as you've seen right there, there are white people who join black fraternities. There are black people who join white fraternities and sororities. So does that make you the color of your skin?
No, absolutely not.
Yep. And
Dan, you had to go there with it. Dan basically said if Kamala is black, so is Gandhi. Really?
She's Indian.
Oh man.
Anyways, I say no. See ya. Come on, don't leave like that. It's election day.
Well,
we
appreciate your honesty. Right. We appreciate your honesty in this house.
Chat poll. Put a 1 in the chat if you would have voted for Obama with the white lady. Put a 2 in the chat if you would not have voted for Obama with the Michelle. See, he married Michelle A. If it was Michelle, it would have been
Michelle A. Yes.
Yeah. 1 in the chat if you would have. 2 if you would not have. Are Indians not black? Oh, girl, are you kind of out of your mind?
Lady Nile, you are in denial.
Are you
kidding me right now?
If you go to an Indian, she's out of her mind. If Indians are black, why did Indian from India tell their children don't marry black people? They stay away. There's a famous woman on here who has like 10 kids by a black man, and she was disowned by her family. So,
a lot of colonized countries do this whole thing where they try to breed out their color or their melanization. They'll encourage them to marry anything lighter than they are, so that their generations will lighten over the years.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no way, as an Indian woman, that they're going to condone Indians marrying somebody darker skin. Yeah. Hence probably why her mother and her father were not in India and they were here in America.
And if you don't believe me, please, you can follow this lady right here. She has good content. And if you see the story is My Racist Indian Parents. And the reason she talks about it is she has black kids. She's married to a black man. Matter of fact, this is her and let me see if I can get to her husband. If she shows him on here. She doesn't. They're together. See, this is their husband right here. And he black. And that's all their kids. But she was disowned. So, yeah, I don't know what school you went to. I hope it wasn't the HBCU. Because if they taught you that there, baby, that's not good education. Research is very important. Oh, man. Okay.
Lady Nile. We appreciate your comments. But obviously, if you're the opposition in the room and everybody is in agreement by majority, maybe you're the one that's a little delusional in your thought process. I'm just saying. Not that everybody's right. But if the majority is seeing the same thing we're seeing and you're on the opposite side of it, maybe open your eyes a little wider. So you can see the same thing we see. You're a leader of what?
She's a leader. If you think that is true, please go to your closest Indian friend and call them black.
A leader would never call themselves a leader.
Facts.
Correct. A leader leads by actions. I think I got that on my email. Where's my work email? It says something like that.
He said, I think I got that on my email.
It does. It says something like you lead.
You don't have to
by
go with the majority. You can do your own research, but a leader will understand. In order to be a good leader, you have to be a good follower. So if you never follow quality people, you can't call yourself a leader. Again, you're not going to call yourself a leader if you are. It's going to show through your actions and the way people follow through on following you and understand what you're trying to communicate.
That is right.
You can keep on saying that like an affirmation all day. It does not necessarily make it true.
Yeah. It's called being a servient leader. So that's when you know you're a leader. It becomes a servient leader. I'm a leader. I'm a leader. That's like an ugly woman saying, "I'm cute. I'm cute." If you're cute, you don't have to say you're cute, because people.
But the whole thing is, in somebody's eyes, she quite might be. But in generality, yes.
Respectfully, let's say respectfully, this conversation is dumb for men of your intellect, especially as brothers with non-black wives, but always having fun. I don't know what the non-black wives are saying.
I've had 2 black wives. What do you mean, Mr. G? Come up and explain yourself, sir. And were you here for the beginning, or are you jumping in on the 9th hour? We've been in here for 42 minutes. Did you see the documentation we put up of Obama hiding his white fiancés that he had gotten engaged to or tried to marry, and he had to erase all that and get with Michelle so that it doesn't look bad for him to project the type of person he was in order to win the nomination and actually the presidency? Did you see all those facts before you came in here and made that comment, sir?
He did not. And I think he's really, because he says, especially brothers with non-black wives. I don't understand that, but wouldn't I be the person who could say this more than anyone? Because just like Obama, I came from a white mother and a black father. So I understand the dynamics of interracial relationships. So couldn't I see how someone treats you when they think, when they look at you and everything is cool and they say, "Hey man, well, are you black because your mom's white?" Never questioned you before until that time. So I think I would have an insight on that document. Now she's mad. She got emotional. See, sign language. Sign language. I'm gonna tell you what sign language is, Lady Naya. That means you need to be right. Let's see. Let me get a definition. Language. Because I don't want to miss
shame, insults,
yes,
guilt, and the need to be right is what sign language means.
That's what you are. You try to shame us,
and it's a typical tactic of any female to do one of those 4 things.
Yeah,
in a conversation, right?
Yeah.
So we appreciate you stopping in, and I hope you don't feel offended. And you're entitled to your own opinions and your own beliefs, and we're not trying to discredit you. We're just saying you might need to be a more objective looker and listener and researcher to see the truth of everything that's going on. Not just take everything hook, line, and sinker on your perception of reality. That's all we're saying.
Wait, before I leave,
you for your thought.
I think America would have accepted Obama if he was with a white woman. I am saying that. No problem. My question to you is, why would we accept Kamala with a white man? That is the question. If black women would not accept Obama with a white woman, white wife, why is it that they accept Kamala with a white husband? That is my question. I would like to really know that.
Right. And I just want to thank a young brother come in. He said black woman would not have voted for Obama if his wife was, he says, right, so he doesn't have to say white. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And brother, I understand that you're not stuck on skin color. That's great. But there's some places that you go that your skin color does matter.
Even in your own community.
Correct.
Mr. G, if you were married to somebody other than a black woman, which I believe you are, you do get snarls and looks within your own community as you travel around, and you can't be in denial of this, Mr. G, because I know. you're going to get side-eyed looks based on the fact that you're married to somebody other than a black woman within your own community. So stop telling these tales in the chat. If you'd like to come up and discuss it, you're a known panelist. Come on out, brother.
We put
You
the link
amongst family here.
Mm-hmm. So it just goes back to the reason and the purpose for this conversation was, and you say, you enjoy the conversation. The reason, the purpose for this conversation was we were saying that black women were chastising black men for not voting for Kamala and then voting for Trump. They had led that way. And I said, well, there's a lot of factors as to why they wouldn't. But let's just say one factor would be that not that black men care. My thing was, we don't care who her husband is. But why is it black women are hypocritical when it comes to that point? When black women date white men, they say it's a come up, they're doing better, they've achieved something. And then if a black man dates a white woman, he's a sellout. He couldn't handle black women. The whole narrative is different. So Obama still would have been Obama, whether he was with a white woman or a black woman. But y'all would not have voted for him just because of the person he married. That is my issue.
D Ward is one of my faithful followers. He has an Asian wife. He said he gets more side looks from black people than white.
Exactly. Marcus Garvey was Marcus Garvey, even though Marcus Garvey later married a white woman.
Didn't change who he was. Didn't change what he did.
No.
But to the perception of somebody of color, especially a female, you got a problem with that.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just curious.
It's like we got a scarlet letter, and the scarlet letter means it should only be black women that we should consider, but black women have the full carte blanche to go and look for anything else other than black men. And it's acceptable. That's all we're saying.
No, she says, can I be honest without y'all saying I have to be right? I don't understand what that means, but come on up.
We appreciate you being honest.
We would love for you to lead us in this conversation.
I mean, we would love to hear your perspective. I mean, and non-abated perspective on your thought process and how this is working out, and why there is no comparison between this hypothetical scenario of Obama having a white woman on his arm and winning the presidency versus Kamala Harris, who does not have to project a strong nuclear black family, and she's projecting to be black, but she doesn't have to project that in her family in order to win the presidency. Obama had to go through all hell and high water to hide the fact that he had white women in his past that he was dating before he met Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
But Kamala doesn't have to do any of that.
None of it.
You don't see the disparity and the difference there without even being abrasive?
I just showed them. And so let me go back. Nobody said anything about this woman or this man.
Hey, Travis Kelce's my dude and all. He plays for Kansas City Chiefs. He's an honorary black man. You didn't know?
Yeah, but
no, seriously, Travis Kelce is an honorary black man. If you know his personality, that man is black through his soul.
But I want to ask you, did black men say, oh man, did they come at him mad? Did black men come at the girl and say, oh, that you crazy for dating that white dude? That's what you get. Did we say that at all?
Didn't care. Beautiful and all, we don't care.
Nothing. Didn't give it a second look. Not at all. But as soon as a black man does that, it's his fault. Jonathan Majors, you got what you deserve.
Cancel culture comes out, all kind of mess.
Exactly. I think I'm going to put this in the chat. We won't be long. This is just our lunchtime hit and run. So if you want to come up, voice your opinion, please let us know. So, Kanard, do you think, let me ask you in the corporate world, do you think that you could get further with a white lady by your side?
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know. It probably.
Yes.
But I'm not sure, to be honest. I've never brought any white woman to work, so I wouldn't
I
even
have.
know.
I have. The reception was lovely. I had no problems with either.
One
But
thing,
yeah.
when you have an attractive woman beside you,
Mhm.
that gives you a lot of points. I know, like a very attractive woman beside you, yes. But based on race, I don't think so. But I think if she's extremely attractive, yeah, it does help.
And I know these women out here, they dislike Kevin Samuels. But Kevin Samuels, he didn't even have a problem. What did he say? Are you willing to date outside of your race? When women say they want a certain type of man, he was like, hey, you may not find that. Are you willing to date outside of your race to find this type of man? It was never don't date outside your race. You can't do that. You have to be race loyal. It was, you can do that. Are you willing to? You don't hear that from the other side. You never hear from the other side.
Right.
I guess everybody just must be voting as scared. They nervous.
It's okay. But yeah, this
I
is
want
just a
you to,
little
like,
fun
give a shout
topic
out
that
to
we're
Chad.
going to have just because it's the election day and the election process is going on. We thought it would be, a multiverse type of question. If we were in a different multiverse where Obama was married to a white woman, would he have been considered the president of the United States? Or would he be just in a law firm that they were heading up together as a husband and wife team? Because both Michelle and Obama or Barack were both lawyers. So that's
Correct.
what I'm saying.
I think it would have been very difficult for him to get through. He would have been chastised because they already chastised him by saying, oh, he may not be black because his mom was white. So just imagine, it was always he still wasn't black enough.
It was always questionable. Yes.
Yeah, it was always he wasn't black enough. So just imagine him having a white wife. They really would have said, "Oh, you have no." Yeah, all the jokes I could just see. It ain't no seasoning in the food in the White House. I mean,
Oh, you didn't go there with the seasonings.
I'm just
Oh,
saying that they would
wow.
have said. That's why that's just what they do. So those would have been the jokes I could have seen it
Shit.
all the way.
Did that
But,
happen in your house, or did the father teach the seasonings to the
my
mom?
mom had that seasoning in it. She was from the South, so it
Oh,
was a
so
little
she
different.
might have been Creole, kind of like French.
Nah, she
French?
was straight white. But she just,
Okay.
they just cooked with some seasoning. It was all.
Okay.
My
They
dad
had
cooked.
some influence from us down there in Louisiana. You know what I'm saying?
I have a question for Fearless. Your mother was a white woman. Was she's more like the white woman that was raised around black folks, or the white woman that was just raised
Straight white, straight milk.
No, she at that time, brother. You got to understand. My mom was born in 1933. There
Okay.
was no raising nobody around no black folks.
Okay.
It was
Oh,
straight.
yeah.
You. And matter of fact, one of the stories is
Shit, she
when
crossed
my
in
mom,
1933.
it's crazy when my mother visited his family, my father's family. Here's the crazy. My father's family was from Mississippi. If you knew anything about Mississippi, this was the
Yep.
time it was getting burnt. When he would drive down, she would have to duck down in the back seat, like lay down completely covered. Because if the white people seen a white dude or a black man with a white woman by the side, it was automatically stop, harass, and arrest.
Wow.
So it was never none of that. Like, oh yeah, you know. So she didn't have that any type of that experience, with any type of black people. Nah, brother, I was with shepherd. I was raised on pumpkin pie, baby. I was raised on pumpkin pie.
Oh, you did damn Dan, you be taking shots, bro. You good for that.
I was raised on that pumpkin pie. That good old.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with no shepherd's pie. What's wrong with shepherd's pie, man? That's some good shit. You ever have it? That's good, man. That's good.
Yeah, baby, shoot. Hot sauce. What the hell is hot sauce? We don't do no hot
Right.
sauce in this.
Yeah, that's funny. That was a good one.
Let's see. Lady
Let's see
now.
what lady now.
Some sisters I know that have dated white men because they said black men were not attracted to them. And yes, this conversation can and will make women nervous.
Why?
So why is it? I thought attraction was kind of universal, and I'm assuming. So I wonder, why is it that a black man would say you're not attractive? Because black men usually find the whole gamut attractive. Usually it's the attitude that we don't find attractive.
Yeah.
And what I have found is those women who have attitude, let me rephrase that. Those black women who have attitudes when it comes
you're going right there to point.
rid of that attitude. No, they get rid of that attitude when they date white men. They don't have that same attitude. Let's see. Harris sounds annoying, but she can still get it from me anytime. Voting for her, should have written my number on the ballot.
Damn.
Oh, Joe, unless you of the lighter persuasion, you couldn't have hung with the man Doug.
You don't think Doug Emhoff can keep her? You think she's gonna tiptoe around?
Oh, nah, she in it for the end. You know, she done adopted the kids and everything. She's down for it. You know, it's all good.
See, I'm not even going to tell you my Facebook story. Me and Kamala were, when she was a state attorney justice in California, we were Facebook friends. So I don't even want to go there with y'all. So I'm going to leave that one alone.
Well, you was almost there. Well, at that time, she was on a darker persuasion, so you couldn't have qualified.
No, she still dealt with light skinned brothers.
Oh, was it? Light skin was in?
Yeah. Nobody. Hey, just because they say we weren't in, don't mean we were never not in. Come on.
No, we went out with Al B. Sure, brother. Once Al B. Sure came, and then Wesley Snipes. He just Wesley Snipes, Michael Jordan. It ruined it for the light skinned brothers. We was out. Kanal became famous then. That's why they like, yeah, he told black and chocolate. Yeah, you're right, Matt. That attitude does disappear with the quickness.
Mm-hmm.
Man, crazy. Well, brothers, nobody wants to come up. They're a little nervous.
It's okay.
Lady Nile been saying she had to go somewhere for an hour, and then she's still here but couldn't come up. We just wanted to hear you. That's all.
You're gonna do it like that. Don't do it like that.
No, but we don't bite. We really. Hey, here's the thing: we can have an opinion, and that opinion can be wrong, even though we are right 99.97% of the time. There may be a factor in which we're wrong, and we'd like to hear another view to find out if we're wrong. In my opinion, it seems that black women are very hypocritical when it comes to black men dating outside their race. They do not hold that same viewpoint when it is white women that do the same.
So Lady Now takes one final shot before we close out. She says, in other words, when black men date white girls, it's seen as their preference. And sometimes white men seem to be selected after black girls' friend felt rejected by brothers.
I don't think that's the case. I think that when this is what I hear, when black guys date white women, black women say, you guys weren't good enough. You couldn't handle us. You're soft. You're unattractive. All of those things, that she's going to do stuff that we won't do. You put all the negative parts when a black man dates a white woman. When a black woman is with a white man, you say, oh, it's a come up. You did good. You're dating, you've made more money. Now you're dating in your economical range. So everything that goes with that is a positive thing. I don't think that, from the black women that I've seen, I don't think they were rejected or the black women were rejected by black men. And that's why they started dating. I think it would actually be the opposite. Because when I hear brothers say, man, look, I was a square. I was a nerd. I was a guy that didn't dress this certain way, or I talked with proper English. And when I talk with proper English,
you sound white. Why are you talking like that?
They chastised me. They said I wasn't good. I didn't have any swag. I didn't have all of that. I was just a dude who liked to study and become educated. And because that he was rejected by black women because he was a square, as y'all like to call him, a lame. That's why he went there. You never hear it the other way around. No brother says, "Oh man, I've never heard a brother say, I'm dating that. I'm gonna not date that black girl because she's a lame and she's smart." And you know, to us, that's like, shoot, she ain't like the rest of them. What do you mean?
She ain't out on these streets. She don't belong
Exactly.
to the streets.
So I that's my perspective and how I've seen it. But guys, this has been our lunchtime hit and run 1 hour. We at the mark. We hope that you guys enjoyed lunch. And while eating lunch and watching us, be careful because we may say some funny things that get you choked up on your food. We don't want you spitting it out at your coworkers, spitting it out at your desk, doing something like that. Please make sure you get one of those grip things if you're on your desk. Just grip it if you get mad. Don't throw it at your computer. Don't do anything and say anything that's going to get you fired. Listen to us low and with your headphones on, just in case. We want to make sure that you are employed lawfully because we want you to give us some cash apps, super chats. Got to make that money to do that. Everybody, please, today, if you have not voted, go out and vote. Doesn't matter who you vote for. Please just vote. Make sure you vote in your local election. If you're not voting, your words will not be heard.
Right. Even if you don't believe in the presidential race, there's a local race that still needs to be voted for. There's other politicians that can affect your life immediately in the state level. You should at least vote for them, even if you decide not to vote on the presidency.
Correct. Let me give a shout out. I think I did in the chat, but I want to give a shout out to D Ward. D Ward, my brother, appreciate you. You sent me a $5 cash app. That is greatly appreciated. You know you are on team Fearless and team.
That's my brother. Yeah, that's not my
yes.
brother.
Yeah, we know who
you get to share him. Yes.
Yes. No Diddy.
Yeah, pause. What the fuck?
All right, guys. Voted 3 weeks ago. Good job, Pooh Man.
Pooh Man.
Good job. Glad to hear that. I don't vote that early because sometimes I would have changed my vote anyway. They say something stupid, I got to change up on. So
yeah, they start slipping
up. Did you put an extra in here?
No, I did not. We play whatever you want.
All right, I'll put our extra if I can find it. If you get it before me, that's great.
I don't see it. I didn't know we had one. I haven't made it. Did you make an extra for us?
I was gonna put the extra as the intro. It's
okay, that's fine. You can run it again. Yeah. We're gonna have to have Black Man Travels do it anyway.
Yeah. Have a good lunch, people. Great. Anything you want to say, BMT? You kind of quiet over there.
Quiet, man. You
secretly voted for Kamala, and you don't want to have nobody to know.
No, I was getting some work done. That's all. But yeah, great live. Glad to see the comment section was highly engaged. So that was really good.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right, and hey, if we can tonight, we're going to try to find a way to stream live.
We're trying to figure out the legalities of streaming a live poll type of situation going on. So,
well, we enjoy you too, Lady Nile. Just because we don't agree does not mean you're not welcome. So please make sure you come back, check us out, like, subscribe, notify, put something in the comments section. You know, you're always welcome. We like to hear diverse opinions.
Yeah, we don't have echo chambers here. We want to hear this.
Yeah.
How do you actually get better if you don't like opposition?
One thing I want to do, though, before we leave, because this always goes down in history, I want your prediction. Ronan, prediction on who will win.
Oh shit! Don't put me on that. I don't have no skin in the game on this. I'm an independent, so.
But that means that means good. You can give me a prediction. You have no skin in the game.
I would say it depends on who shows up at the polls. If the women, and the reason I'm saying this is I'm going to say this, and I'm going to put it out, and the women are going to agree. If the women show up in the polls and they're all in favor of Kamala, sorry, and they believe in what she can do for them overall, the women are the strongest voters. So if all the women in the United States just vote for Kamala, she's going to win by a landslide. But if they still hold the party lines and they're Republicans, they're going to want to stay loyal to President Trump. You know, and I got a side $2 super chat before we close this up from Just John. At this point, we might as well vote for J. Real. Oh, Lord Jesus, strike you down, get hit by a bolt of lightning. Don't even suggest that man up in this room. We appreciate the $2 super chat, Just John.
Here's the good thing about J. Real. Here's the great thing about J. Real for president. He'll probably get fired after the first few days. So he doesn't matter.
Yeah, he wouldn't want to do the work.
And not show up for work because he got to go.
He wouldn't want to do the work. He want to go monger somewhere in the world based on the fact that he's the president of the United States. But who the hell would do it? Anyway, let me get back on point. Thanks, Just John, for the $2 super chat and the distraction. You crazy dude. Anyway, so yeah, if all women, period, not even black, because white women are involved in the fact that of the Roe v. Wade thing being overturned and the women's rights and health issues and all these things, if they all collectively vote on that reason alone to put Kamala in office, she will be the next president of the United States.
And all? Go ahead.
No, I think Trump got this. I think Trump will become the president. Things is very calm out there in the streets, and I'm noticing that a lot of the polls are empty now. I think people already voted 3 weeks ago.
A lot of people voted.
I think people already made their decisions.
Yeah, that's a sad thing. I think that Kamala just too little, too late. If she would have done this as vice president, or even came up with these ideas, not that she had to do anything. If she would have just proposed these things and talked about these things while being vice president, even if no laws change, if she would have just came out in speeches and said, hey, I'd love to see that black men not go to jail for this, or, we need to do more loans. Even if Biden didn't listen, if she would have just spoke on it, I think that would have been that. I think now we just feel chastised.
Yeah.
My prediction, oh man. I'm gonna say Trump. I think that white women,
the opposition in the room, and what the hell?
I think white women are going for Trump. I think that white men are going for Trump. I think that black men, they've slipped a little bit for Trump. And I just think she should have come out and been a little more real in the beginning. I don't know. All right, fellas.
Well, we're going to see tonight, or hopefully we'll see. God, Lord Jesus, let it just be over tonight. Let's not drag this out again.
Oh, no, this is going on until January 6th, man.
No, please not. Let's let this be over tonight. Let there be a clear, decisive winner and no debauchery or shenanigans afterwards.
Hey, this was definitely a great live. I definitely need to do more of these midday lives. I'm not used to doing a midday live, but I'll definitely do more of those moving forward.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to change the theme and add you to it.
Add somebody to it.
I gotta get another graphic. I gotta get a better picture of you so I can AI you to death, like I've been doing me and
Oh yeah, people go. She said people gonna come for us if we're wrong. I'm just saying what the sentiment is.
I said Kamala. What you mean? How are you gonna come for me if she wins?
No, I'm just saying Trump, man. It's not that I'm just looking at how it goes. It was neck and neck. It's just I don't know. I think people vote for the devil they know and the one that they don't. And
I'm sorry.
He was president one time, I think just the devil.
That don't matter. That don't matter to me. And I'm saying Kamala, even though I have not voted, and I told these two guys I haven't even registered to vote this year. This is the first time since I was 18 years old I have not voted in a presidential election, and I'm 57 years old. The first time ever. But I'm not even registered to vote. So, like I said, I don't have any skin in the game. I'm leaving the country 2025. I'll be in the Philippines for at least 4 years. So whoever the goddamn president is, I don't be affected till I come back. But yeah, I just can't. I can't condone, and my ethics are really, really high. If you see, I've given my oath to the country. I've actually, fought in several wars. I've been a Christian all my life. I can't stand for somebody ethically that is 34-time convicted felon, a womanizer, had been impeached twice already as a president, and all the things that comes out of his mouth are morally and ethically wrong. I can never stand behind somebody like that confidently and say, hey, he's got my vote just because of money or any other direction. I don't give a fuck about money that much. I would have that guy represent me as the world leader, the leader of the free world. They say the president of the United States is. I'm sorry. My moral standing is too high for that.
But see, wrong, and I'm going to end it. I don't want to keep us going, but I'm not talking about who you would vote for.
Right. I understand. I'm just saying, most people are morally and ethically inept. They just don't care anymore. They're just going to vote for whatever. And if it's all about money and power now, that's what they're going to do. They're going to vote for the money. And that's what you hear most of the people. Well, I was making way good money with Trump. Okay, well, fine. Go ahead and do that. Like I said, I fought for this country for you guys to have the right to do whatever the hell you want. And that's okay. I'm not offended either way. Yeah. Vote to your heart's consent. That's the rights that I believe in. But like I said, I don't have any skin in the game. I'm not going to be hurt either way.
We shall find out.
Yep, we sure will.
Hopefully we'll see you tonight, guys. If not, I know we'll see you on Friday.
Oh, absolutely. Lions Den time.
Yeah.
We should have a good topic, but based on what's going on this week, we should have a great topic for freaking Lions Den this weekend.
Exactly. Peace, Phil. Peace.
Yo, 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 welcome to the Lunchtime Special Podcast, Hit and Run, hosted by your two favorite heavy hitters, Ronan and Fearless. This is where real talk meets real life as these two powerhouses break down the latest in entertainment, travel, relationships, and finance. You know it's going to be raw, unfiltered, and straight up blunt. When these two get together, you better believe truth bombs are dropping and bars are being laid down. So grab your lunch, settle in, and get ready for 60 minutes of pure fire storytelling and hard-hitting insight on the events of today from their point of view. Buckle up, folks, sit down and grab your lunch. It's about to get real.